Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So we do see more SEC cases being dismissed. This one is Kraken. So Kraken, we know, is one of the top, exchanges in the space. They're a massive giant. And there was a lot of issues ongoing with Kraken. There's a lot of issues around like even staking as well. And we did get this big announcement that the SEC officially dropped the Kraken case, which is just another, case to, tally up. I think that we're at like 6 or 7, maybe even more at this point. But we have the US SEC has agreed in principle to dismiss its lawsuit against cryptocurrency exchange Kraken with prejudice as announced by Kraken. This decision includes no admission of wrongdoing from Kraken, no penalties paid, and no charges or changes required to their business operations. This follows a series of case dismissals by the SEC under the Trump administration, indicating a possible shift in regulatory approach towards the cryptocurrency sector. And it definitely does, right? Like, as we do really kind of look at all of these major cases being dismissed or dropped or even paused, it's highlighting a growing significant shift around the SEC that's supporting crypto, trying to push innovation forward and ultimately allowing the crypto market to grow significantly in the US. Why? Well, because of the job opportunity as well. It's not just about the tech side. It's not just about being a crypto capital of the world. It's also the jobs. We know that these exchanges, these US-based projects around crypto, they actually open up hundreds of thousands of new job opportunities in the US. This is huge. So when we have, an agency like the SEC that's constantly attacking and trying to basically, shut down crypto in the US, that's a big problem. So now that we're starting to see some growth here and we're starting to see a big shift, this is very exciting for the US market. But outside of that, we also have over here, another SEC Gov crypto enforcement case to be dismissed. The SEC staff has agreed in principle to dismiss its lawsuit against crypto exchange Kraken with prejudice, with no admission of wrongdoing, no penalties paid, and no changes to our business. This was the official announcement from Eleanor Tourette, and you can see how much engagement these posts are getting because, again, we feel like when we really think about what's going on here, everyone feels the shift happening in real time. It's no longer a game of speculation of like, oh, I wonder if this new SEC is going to be pro crypto. No, they're already here. They're already making the moves that confirm that. And that's also why we are starting to see exchanges like Uphold completely flipping. Remember, that Uphold actually took away staking for US-based residents. And now we have, you've been patient, now is the time to be rewarded. Staking is back on Uphold for US residents. 19 assets are available to stake immediately, including favorites like HBAR, ADA, Solana, Ethereum, and even DOT. And again, this is actually very exciting stuff because we're now starting to see everything that originally was shut down, blocked, or even, not allowed. All of that has now completely changed. And I'm very excited about this. And of course, we do have to talk about the XRP and Ripple case because that's definitely a big one with the SEC. And we're still waiting for that to be completely dismissed, paused, or, whatever the case may be. We're waiting for that case to be gone because it's a big obstacle. Let's just be honest here. People want to say, oh, well, it's just about institutional sales of XRP. Guys, it doesn't matter. It's something that is still blocking innovation for Ripple and growth for Ripple as well. We know ever since the election that Ripple has been able to expand rapidly in the US. But just imagine if that case was completely gone and there was zero question of if Ripple is a safe company to work with or if XRP is completely safe as well. It's not a security. Like imagine if all of those questions or, anything that's kind of in limbo was gone. Imagine what could be done. Imagine the innovation that could happen. Imagine the partnerships that could be announced. I personally think that the XRP, the Ripple case, it's one that everyone should be paying attention to if you do hold XRP, simply because I think that we're coming down the wire on this being completely dismissed. And it's going to be a game changer and it's going to be a big catalyst. But outside of this, let's actually go over here to another big announcement from the SEC, which was the SEC closing their investigation into Yuga Labs. Again, another big one for the entire industry and for even NFTs. I mean, if you look at NFTs, I understand that they're not like the most favorite thing around this space, but this is still another big move, and it's highlighting that there's so much left to do from the SEC side, but the work is getting done. We still are focused on the Ripple case, though, because the Ripple case is the most important one. We want to see that case dismissed, completely closed. It's a little bit more of a complicated case than these ones, but I do think that we're getting very close to that getting dismissed. And even over here, a lot of people are starting to speculate a little bit. So big shout out to Good Morning Crypto for this. We have breaking. Did Scott Melker and Scaramucci just confirm the Ripple XRP case was resolved last week? Check this out.
So let's take him out of the equation then. We have Atkins at the SEC, right? Likely. And we've already seen now what the SEC is doing. It actually, we're recording here on Thursday, February 27th. And as we're recording, the SEC just dropped their case against Consensus. I don't know if you saw that, but in a week when they've also dropped against Robinhood, Uniswap, Gemini, Coinbase last week. So
Ripple.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, we know that the SEC...
I'm hoping they drop the case against Kraken because I'm tight with those guys and I like those guys,
So if you listen closely, let's play it one more time.
The SEC just dropped their case against Consensus. I don't know if you saw that, but in a week when they've also dropped against Robinhood, Uniswap, Gemini, Coinbase last week. So
Ripple.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean...
He said Ripple. He said it multiple times there. This is a little bit of a slip. Again, we don't know for certain if this is confirmed. We'll have to, wait to see the official announcement. I think a lot of people are kind of getting ahead of themselves here, but does it make sense? Does it make sense for it to be dismissed? I do think that it does. Why? Well, because we do know that the White House Crypto Summit, I know that I keep mentioning it, but we're days away now. March 7th, it's a big day. And this is going to include many prominent leaders from the space and even CEOs. Now, I told you guys that it basically guarantees that Ripple will be there. Well, guess what? Brad Garlinghouse confirmed it. I've said this before, the crypto industry will achieve our goals and beyond if we work together. Appreciate the crypto president, Donald Trump's vision of a government digital asset reserve representative of the industry. Maximalism is the enemy of the industry's progress. Glad to see POTUS recognizing we live in a multi-chain world and that we're finally moving past Bill Hinman and the Biden administration's SEC's very broken thinking. I will certainly continue to champion this while in Washington at the end of this week. And he's quoting the post from David Sachs regarding the summit. So this confirms that Brad will be there. Ripple will be represented in a big way. And I do think that we're probably going to see the announcement. If it did get dismissed, we will most likely see the announcement of the Ripple case being dismissed at the end of this week or possibly the beginning of next week. I think that this is probably going to happen very soon. Wouldn't be surprised if it happened even before this video went live, but we'll have to watch, wait, and see and be a little bit more patient here. But I'm very excited about this. Now, again, building upon the whole SEC vision here, we just also got a big announcement regarding the new crypto task force. So Hester Peirce has announced a full crypto task force staffers who are advising the commission on matters relating to digital assets. According to the memo posted to the SEC website, the task force is composed of staff from acting chairman Mark Ueda's office and other divisions and offices across the commission. And here we have all of those names of the advisors that will be included here. I'm actually very excited about this because I do think that we will most likely get a lot of things done around, pro regulatory clarity. We know that a lot of people from the space like Chris Giancarlo actually did support this list as well, which, we know Chris Giancarlo, he did support Ripple and XRP during the case. So I do think that this is a very, very good overall task force. And I think that's a major push in the right direction for what we really need around this space as well. Now, on top of this, another big one is Congress. So here we actually have from Tom Emmer and also Rep. Richie Torres are teaming up to launch the Congressional Crypto Caucus, a bipartisan initiative with the goal of advancing crypto-friendly policies in Congress's lower chamber. Separate from the Congressional Blockchain Caucus that launched in 2017, the Congressional Crypto Caucus will function more as a voting bloc to mobilize support for digital asset legislation currently being worked on in the House, including stablecoin and market structure bills. Again, Tom Emmer tells me that the caucus was formed in response to the millions of U.S. voters that took to the ballot box in November to vote for candidates that would prioritize the advancement of digital assets and blockchain technology in the U.S. This caucus serves as an ideologically unified, nonpartisan group of members that can quickly mobilize to support key digital asset initiatives in Congress. We'll continue to work to ensure that the United States remains the best place in the world to build and innovate in the next iteration of the internet. The debut of this caucus comes as lawmakers are working quickly to pass legislation to provide a regulatory framework for the $3 trillion digital asset industry, as ordered by the president, who has said that he wants to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. Two separate bills to provide clarity around the use of stablecoins, cryptocurrencies pegged to the stable asset like the US dollar, have been introduced in the House and industry currently providing input on the bills of various provisions. Meanwhile, in the upper chamber, the banking GOP is eyeing a markup for Tennessee Senator Hagerty's stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, as early as next week. In a press conference last month, chairman of the Senate Banking Committee, Tim Scott, said that he's aiming for both stablecoin and market structure bills to pass the Senate and be on the president's desk for signing by April. It's unclear at this point if there will be enough bipartisan support to achieve this goal, but Emmer and Torres hope the Congressional Crypto Caucus will be able to help get legislation across the finish line. The Congressional Crypto Caucus will be a driving force in advancing policies that foster innovation, protect consumers, and ensure that cutting-edge technology can thrive in the United States, strengthening our position as a global leader in digital assets and blockchain innovation, Torres told me. I'm proud to co-lead this effort with Rep. Emmer to build a unified bipartisan coalition that cements America's leadership in the future of finance. So again, some very big moves are being made here. And on top of that, right, we know that March is going to be one of the biggest months around crypto and even around legislation as well for crypto and even the regulatory side of things. We actually have March 6th, the CFTC Forum on Tokenized Assets and Stablecoins. March 7th, the White House Crypto Summit with Donald Trump. March 10th through the 14th, Senate Banking Committee votes on the stablecoin bill. And then, of course, the 21st, the SEC holds its first crypto roundtable. So there is so much happening this month around the regulatory side of things. And I just feel as if, we're going to see almost every single case that got brought onto this industry from the previous SEC completely dismissed, which does include the Ripple case. We're going to see the path formed fully for crypto to be not only introduced into the US system, but ultimately integrated and utilized in a big way. And I think that Ripple definitely stands at the forefront of that side of things. But we can clearly see the green light here for crypto. I mean, from SAP 121 being repealed, to the acceptance of crypto, to crypto being on center stage, and now all of these big moves happening this month. I mean, it just feels like a completely different environment for crypto, a very bullish environment for crypto, and I couldn't be more excited to see what happens going forward for crypto in the US. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.